Well, welcome to La Center Church today. We're glad that you've tuned in with us, and we're going to spend a few moments talking about a variety of issues related to our community, our church, and our state. And it's been a crazy week out there.
Yes, it has.
And so you've probably seen some statements from our governor and from our mayor regarding a variety of things, and specifically regarding the coming yard sale. And we want to address that, and so we're going to get into that in a few moments.
And one of the things that we kind of want to address when it comes to all of these issues, especially with some of the recent things that our governor has said, is that as a church, we want to stay principled. We want our principle to be the same, and that we're not going to necessarily be, what would be the right term?
Well, we don't want to just have, every time a new statement comes out, have a knee-jerk reaction to it. Instead, we want to be consistent. And so our principles, as we approach worship on Sunday is, again, there's a risk involved in coming. And for those that the risk is a little high, maybe for your comfort level, we offer the online experience through our website, through Facebook Live, through our mobile app. So use those opportunities, stay connected that way. For those where the risk isn't that uncomfortable, join us on Sunday. And so we understand there's a risk. We want each one to take personal responsibility for themselves and for their relationship with others, which means if you're feeling yucky, don't come. Be responsible for that.
Absolutely.
And a third principle is there is going to be no shame in our church. We're not going to put people down one way or another for wearing a mask, or if they choose not to, we're not going to have a fight over that. Although we do acknowledge the governor wants everybody to have a mask on.
Absolutely.
So we announce that that's kind of the expectation, but we're not going to have a fight over that. We're not going to get mad at one another over that, and we will not deny service to anyone regardless.
Yeah.
Those are our four principles that we're going to continue to operate by.
And those are excellent principles, I would say, in terms of keeping a consistent mode of worship, especially when people desperately need it. And so that we can actually come together as a church and as a body and learn the principles that God is directing us and directing our life. And I think you were indicating a few of those principles last Sunday and some of the very valuable things that happen when you actually put on a lifestyle that follows after Christ's example. And what were some of those things?
Well, exactly. One of the things that we looked at last Sunday was the struggle or the tension that is out there between we've been created in God's image, which was good, very good, the scripture says in Genesis, but then mankind sinned, and now we all are sinners by nature and sinners by choice, and we tend to do the wrong thing. We're desperately evil. And so there's this natural tension that's going on in our own lives and in our society, and when you deny one side or the other, it creates an extreme unbalance. And that has been evident in the riots that are going on, in all the protests, in the reaction to the protests, in the defunding the police movement. I mean, all those are reactions getting that biblical balance out of balance.
So in one way, you're saying that when you leave the balance of Christ in your life, the result is that it can affect your community and create imbalance in the way you think and operate around other people.
Right. So anyway, go back if you weren't here on Sunday. We have it posted online. You can listen to the audio as well as watch the video of that service, either on Facebook or on our website. So that does bring us to the citywide yard sale. And if you have been attentive, maybe on Facebook or on the neighborhood next door application, our mayor has given basically a post that says that he desires that the yard sale be canceled. And I responded to the mayor yesterday afternoon with a letter basically saying that as a church, we're going to go ahead with the yard sale, even with his recommendation that it be canceled, because in phase one of our governor's statements, we have the opportunity as a church to have a gathering outside our facility on our grounds of 100 people. That gathering would be an hour long, hanging out together. The yard sale, people coming and going will not be together for an hour. We will not have 100 people at one time. It's a safe environment to have an event like this outside where the air is moving, and there is such a low risk in Clark County, and especially in La Center for this virus at this time, that we think that that is an extreme action by our mayor.
Mm-hmm. And with that said, with this garage sale that's going to come up, I do hope that any of you guys that are interested in coming down, you guys do come down this weekend, because our entire church is full of stuff, just absolutely full of stuff, and some of the stuff is just fantastic too. I mean, we got this lovely coffee maker, we got this lovely drill, a patriotic birdhouse that someone donated to us,
Yeah.
and part of the reason why it's important is, and one of the reasons why we actually think that this is a good thing to have this garage sale is, I, as the associate pastor and youth pastor here, have seen a lot of hurting people because of socially distancing. And a lot of people, we just try to highlight the fact that hurt only comes by connecting. No, what I've seen, especially with the youth, is that a certain amount of social distancing has detrimental effects on young people's lives, and I've personally witnessed it. And I think it's important that we recognize that coming together as a community is a good thing, and it builds relationships, it builds our community, and it helps
Amen.
us as a community grow and grow together.
We need that relational connection that will happen. And so this is healthy for our community to have some sort of relational outlet. So we do invite you to come on down. If you have items to donate, bring them down. We still have opportunity to do that. So anyway, that's coming up. But following the yard sale, talking about connection relationally, what's happening?
Well, as you may know, some of you guys, I've started a young adults group, which it's gone off and it's been going great. And this week we're doing something kind of low-key. Last time we went on a very long hike, or not too long, but it was a hike, and I know some people won't be into that. So what I'm doing is a board game night. Following the yard sale, we're doing a board game night here at the church, and it's going to be a time for us to fellowship with each other, because I know, once again, that there are people that are in need of connecting, because as social creatures, it is actually good for us to stay connected. It's good for our mental health to come together. So if you know someone that needs, who's maybe starving for some connection, that is a young adult, or who just wants to be part of a fun group, come this Saturday, and it's going to be around 6 o'clock, and we're going to meet at the church, and we're going to have a board game night with some food.
So I also understand that in about a week later that the teens are going to be taking up arms, actually paintball guns.
Yep.
But tell us about that.
Yeah, so because, there's the governor's directive to wear masks, I was thinking to myself, okay, what can I do with young people that involves masks? Well, how about paintball? It's a great way to socially distance, because if you don't, you'll be marked with a paintball. And it's a great way to have a lot of fun. And there is still room for kids to sign up. Contact me if you do not know. You can look at our church website and you can get my number off of there. If you know a kid that's in junior high or high school that would like to participate in paintball, it is only $35. It is going to be meeting at Royal Ridge. It starts at 10 a.m., but we are going to be meeting as a group at 9:30. We're going to leave at 9:30, so get here before 9:30 to follow up any questions. Bring a bag of lunch for yourself and come enjoy a fantastic, fun time doing paintball. And that is July 18th.
So do they have to have a medical release if they get shot?
Yes, we do have medical releases for them. Not if they get marked or shot, because it stings, but that's as far as it's going to go. But in case, they fall down and get hurt, we need a medical release form. And so if you need one, I could either send one to you via email, or you can come on down and fill one out. But make sure that I need that by that day, plus the $35. However, if you're young and you want to possibly have some of that taken off, maybe if you come volunteer here at the church, I can see what I can do and help seeing if we can fund some of your paintball.
Sounds great. Well, we want to let you know that we've had a project to remodel our kitchen for about a year. We tore it apart last June, and we want to let you know that we have begun the process of getting that hood installed. We have purchased the equipment, and this week we've had the installers coming down, and they've started that process of putting it up. So we look forward to, within a week or so, having that in place, and we're going to take each step as we have the resources. So again, thank you for your support in that process.
It's really awesome seeing that come together.
So this Sunday, we have a variety of things happening, but one of the things we're going to be doing on Sunday is we're going to have the vote on our current year budget. We start our budget the 1st of July, so we've already kind of started, but we're going to vote on that as a church. And so if you need a copy of the budget, we have it available here, but we invite you to come down. If you cannot be here, you can send your ballot in by mail, but please put your name on it so we don't have duplicates. If you're here and you already voted by mail, it's not fair to vote twice. And so take care of that for us if you would, and then we will proceed from that point on.
Awesome.
So Sunday, besides the voting, what's happening?
Well, I'm going to actually be preaching this Sunday, and we're going to continue with our theme, which is from death to life, and how part of the Christian journey is a journey from death to life, and that we get to participate in Christ, in his life, and how he died and was raised again. We get to follow that same pattern, and through that, we can find new life that we never had. In this, I'm going to be talking about suffering. Not a fun topic, you think?
No, we want to avoid suffering, but what we talked about even last week is that God will use that suffering to transform us and to make us more Christ-like. And so I'm looking forward to hearing about the Old Testament character that went through a good deal of suffering.
Absolutely.
And he was changed as a result and exalted to a very high position.
Absolutely.
So that's just a teaser. Join us on Sunday. Anyway, thank you for tuning in today to La Center Church Today.
Have a good day.